Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today's video, we're going to be going over the 5 Black Friday deals that MLB.com has come out with. So yeah, I don't really know what to expect. I just wanted to kind of react to these, give my thoughts on them, and why not? So yeah, if you're new here, though, before we get into this video, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe, like the video, comment what deals you think are going to be on here, where you think the players are going in this deal, who the players are, all that good stuff. And yeah, let's get into this. I have it just ready on the other screen. This is perfect. Okay, so here we go. This is by Anthony Castrovins. This is basically his 5 deals. So let's get into the first one. Trade number 1 is a Snell of a swap. Angels get Blake Snell, which is good. They do need pitching. So that one makes a lot of sense why they would go out and get that. Tigers. What the fuck are the Tigers here? Tigers get Brandon Marsh and Jahami Jones. Rays get Spencer Turnbull, Victor Reyes, and Joey Wentz, and catcher Jake Rogers. And what? My only confusion on this deal is, why are the Tigers here? And why are they giving up the most prospects? Like, I get, yeah, they're getting the number 1 and number 7 prospect, but they're trading their 9th prospect and their 12th prospect and 2 other prospects or 3 other prospects for people you don't even know if they're going to be good. I feel like this deal would be a lot easier if it was just Angels get Snell, Rays get Brandon Marsh, this dude, Deshaun Kills, and give him a catching prospect. Would that not just be so much easier? You could even add the Jahami Jones as well. I just don't know why the Tigers are in this deal. It doesn't make sense on why the Tigers would get involved in this deal, give up the most players in this to get 2 prospects. I don't know. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I get why they're in there. They're trying to build a super team eventually, and they're in their rebuild, but it doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't even know if the Angels would be like, oh yeah, sure, we'll just trade this guy and this guy to a team. I don't know. I don't see this deal ever happening. I don't understand why the Tigers are in here. That makes it so much more confusing. But yeah, no. I'm not even gonna read his no. Bryant gets put in Washington. Nationals get Chris Bryant and Kyle Hendricks and some cash. Okay. Cubs get Carter Kieboom, Cade Cavalli, and Tim Cate. Okay. This deal I could get behind. Nationals do need a third baseman. As good as Carter Kieboom is, not as good as the guy that's playing down here. Getting Chris Bryant adds whatever was lost with Anthony Rendon. You get a good bat, get a good defense. And Kyle Hendricks just adds to that rotation. Could you imagine that rotation? Scherzer, Strasburg, Corbin, Kendricks, and fucking Anibal Sanchez. Oh my god. Plus Chris Bryant. Now, are they giving up a lot with Carter Kieboom? Potentially. I don't know what his ceiling is. I don't ever see him playing as a Chris Bryant and what an Anthony Rendon was. But I could see him at like a Justin Turner level, where he's not the elite, but he's still above average, where he's a very good player, and it's like, you know what? If we don't get this guy, we got to focus on this guy type thing. So I could see that. Cade Cavalli, I don't really know a whole bunch about him. I just know he's got a plus arm and he's a really good pitcher. That's about it. Same with Tim Cate. For me, this seems like a good deal, and honestly, if you're the Nationals, it's kind of like, yeah, where do I sign up? How do I get Chris Bryant? Can I get him with an extension? I feel like this is a great move for the Nationals, honestly. A good move for the Cubs, too. They get a third baseman on the other side, younger, a lot more control, and it helps them to be able to re-sign Javi Baez, Schwarber, all those guys, I guess, and Contreras. And you get 2 guys who can come into the rotation and be elite. I think this is a good deal for both. This would be like If I'm the Nationals, I'm like, yeah, where do I sign up? If I'm the Cubs, it's like, yeah, where do I sign up? But can I get one more type thing? You know? 3 is Arenado to the Big Apple. So, Mets get no... Oh, it's the Mets. Oh, thank God. I thought that was going to be the Yankees. I was going to freaking cry. Mets get Nolan Arenado and Jim Bowden. Or, fuck. Not the fucking... Ben Bowden. Rockies number 10 prospect. For J.D. Davis. Okay, Francisco Alvarez. And Jordani Ventura. Okay. Gonna be real. Not a huge follower of the Mets. In their prospect system. I'll look what they do in the standings because, you know, draft neck mark. And, you know, you just like, I like to see the Mets do good. Baseball's more fun when both New York teams are competing, so I like to follow what the Mets do. Don't know who he is. I don't even know how to give you, like, a comparison. Don't know who this is. And I think, in a sense, the Rockies aren't going to ever make this deal. Because they're giving up a top 10 prospect and the best third baseman. They're only getting 2 prospects back and J.D. Davis. And now, unless this is assuming that Arenado's going to opt out, which I don't think he would. I mean, if he does, cool, good for him. He could get even more money if he plays well, but I don't think he would. So, I mean, like, if you're the Mets, it's like, yeah, where do I sign up? Like, I want this right now. Give him to me. Yes, I agree. Let's do this. And he stays. Or he doesn't, and maybe that's why this deal is so just, right? I don't know. I feel like if you're the Rockies, you're never going to make this deal. But if you're the Mets, it's like, yeah, please, where can I do this? I want this. This is like getting a PlayStation 5 and trading in your PlayStation 1, is what I feel like this is. Like, I don't know, that's how I'm compare this deal for a Black Friday deal. I don't know, I don't ever see the Rockies doing this because they don't get a lot. They could get way more from the Dodgers or the Cardinals than just this. Blue Jays, hey, we're in! Oh no, Gurriel. Oh no, I don't like this deal anymore. Blue Jays get Francisco Lindor and Tristan McKenzie. Indians are going to be getting Lourdes Gurriel. Oh, I should fucking rank these. I'll rank these after. On which I think is most believable to happen to least believable. Okay. Okay. Coming in the 4th trade is Blue Jays get Francisco Lindor and Tristan McKenzie. Okay. Indians get Gurriel Jr., Simeon Woods Richardson, Calvin DeCastro, and Julian Merriweather. Now, 2 issues with this deal. Number 1, I don't think the Indians are going to trade Tristan McKenzie. Number 2, Blue Jays aren't going to trade Gurriel Jr. or Simeon Woods Richardson. I could see maybe Woods Richardson going over in a deal if you're getting someone of elite status back. Tristan McKenzie hasn't quite yet. He's a rookie. So he hasn't quite yet got his elite status. Is he very good? Yes. Will the Indians trade him? No. They would never trade Tristan McKenzie. I don't think ever. Same with the Blue Jays. Like, they're not going to trade a Bichette, a Biggio, or a Guerrero for this. I don't think they're going to trade a Gurriel Jr. for this. I've had my deal on what I think would be a fair price for both. And I'm going to stick by that deal. Trading Gurriel Jr. doesn't make sense for the Blue Jays because they already got a weak outfield to begin with. And Gurriel is really their only plus defender out there. And their plus bat. They're like, he's their best bat and most consistent bat. Then it's Teoscar. Then it's Grichuk. I don't see them going out of the way to weaken the outfield to strengthen the infield if they're trading Gurriel Jr. I don't see it. I don't see that happening. Could I see a Simeon Woods Richardson in this deal? Yes, I could. And I think the only way you see a Simeon Woods Richardson in this deal is if it's a Tristan McKenzie coming back. Now, Calvin DeCastro, personally, never heard of him. Julian Merriweather, go. I am 100% okay trading Julian Merriweather back to the Indians. Because then that deal for the Blue Jays is basically Josh Donaldson for Francisco Lindor. Because Julian Merriweather, he came over in the deal for Josh Donaldson back in 2018. So, yeah. The Blue Jays, I think, if you can replace Gurriel Jr. with a Grichuk and then maybe take out Recalvin DeCastro and throw in Orelvis Martinez to make the deal look nicer for the Indians, 100% do it. Say yes. Then you get the best shortstop in the game and a very elite arm to add to that rotation. Could you imagine Ryu? I would love to say Walker because I do think Walker would come back, but like Ryu, Walker, Pearson, McKenzie, Ray. Oh my God, that'd be an amazing rotation. I'm just saying, not like top tier, but it's definitely on the top half of the league. I would say personally, I'm a Blue Jays fan, so I don't know. I don't see Gurriel Jr. going in a deal like this. I think that if Lindor does come over, Grichuk's on his way out. I would believe that Elvis Martinez would be on his way out. I would believe that Alek Manoah would be on his way out. And I could believe in Anthony Kay on the way out. But that's just me. So yeah. Also, and if you're going to be trading Gurriel Jr., he has to come with a 10-year extension. That's just the other thing. That's all I'm saying. And our final trade is Lance Lynn. So the White Sox and the Rangers making a swap. White Sox get Lance Lynn, Rangers get Dane Dunning and James Beard. Okay. So personally, I think the Rangers screwed it up by not trading Lance Lynn at the deadline. And I think they'd be lucky to get 2 prospects in the top 20 now for him after now. Because, you know what? As great of a year as he had, and he had a freaking amazing year, don't get me wrong. You don't know what he's going to do next year. You don't know what's going to be happening. Saying that they could get 2 top 20 prospects, I think they're very lucky if they would get that. And I think a team like the White Sox would be the only team that would really go out and do it. I feel like the Yankees or the Dodgers, if they were interested, would find a way to swindle their way out. So, yeah. If I'm the White Sox, yeah, sign me up. Haven't really heard much about him. I know he has the upside, but that outfield's so crowded already with Robert, Jimenez, and I'm forgetting the last guy, but I know he's so... It's going to bother me now. I'm going to go look at the guy. To go figure out who their third outfielder is. Oh, and Nomar Mazara. How can I forget Mazara? I don't know. I think it's such a crowded outfield, and especially if they are thinking about signing George Springer. Getting rid of him would be an amazing, would be a good part for them if they are getting Lance Lynn. Don't know much about him. I assume he's probably got a good arm and everything. So, I don't know. I feel like if you're the White Sox, it's like sign me up. I need pitching. How do I do this? If you're the Rangers, I also think you're like, yeah, you know what? This might be the best deal we'll get. Sign me up. In a sense. I feel like that's how it is. That's the end of our trades. So yeah, we're going to start from the least likely to happen. And that's going to be, where is he? Arenado's trade. I think that's the least likely to happen just because the Mets are giving up nothing. Unless he's opting out, but I don't think he will. Next would be the first trade of Snell, just because, I don't know. I don't see this happening. I could see the Angels and the Rays, but with the Tigers now. There's just so much going on there. Next, I would probably say the Blue Jays trade. I would say it would be like the meh. Could happen, but I don't see it happening, but I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. Type thing. So the Arenado is I'd be really surprised to see that happen. Angels want to be still surprised, but not as surprised. The Blue Jays is you know, I'd be surprised if it happened, but I wouldn't be surprised if it happened type thing. Like, I'm not varying on either side. So I think it's a good middle trade. Next would be the Lance Lynn trade. I could see this one happening very well. I wouldn't be surprised at all. So, yeah. And then the final one that I could see happening and, like, absolutely not being surprised would be Bryant to Washington. I think this deal is the most realistic deal out of all of them, which is why I could see it happening. And the Nationals are very, very, very interested in him. So, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw this deal happen. Would I think there'd be a fourth prospect involved? I do. But, or a fourth player, I guess, not a fourth prospect. Kieboom isn't a prospect anymore. But the Bryant, I think, is the most likely one to happen. Always nice to see the Blue Jays in here and not the fucking Yankees. Screw the Yankees. We don't like the Yankees. Just joking. Well, Yankees, they got an all-star team already. Glad the Dodgers aren't on here either. They got an all-star team already. Good to see teams like the Tigers getting involved for some reason. Angels are on here. Good to see the Mets getting back into this stuff. Good to see the Blue Jays in here doing stuff. And even the White Sox. Honestly, it's just nice seeing some new teams in here. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you guys are brand new to the channel, share this video with all your friends. Tell them, you know, if you like baseball, this is the place to be. We like to do videos as much as possible. So yeah, thank you all for tuning in. And which deal do you want to happen the most? Is your team featured on here? And if so, who's your favorite team? What are they giving up? Do you agree with the trades? Do you disagree? What are you thinking? Am I stupid? Am I smart? Am I just, you know? So yeah, we'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out and goodbye.